Check this out. These are some billet aluminium alloy beadlock wheels for my Lossy LMT10, the world's best Gravedigger RC monster truck. Man, these are gonna look sick. And we got some brand new tyres to mount them to. Also, we got an alloy transmission, and that goes in the bottom here, which is gonna get a nice bit of weight low down. So let's get it all fitted and take it out for a rip. Guys, I can't wait. Yes. Boom. Got two of them mounted up, and guys, they were quite fiddling. Took me a few attempts, so I'm going to show you how you actually do it. But guys, check this out. Man, these just look absolutely amazing. So first of all, you want to start off with taking the whole rim apart. And these screws on the inside here, these are just temporary screws, so we don't need those anymore. So you get two different lengths of M3 screws. So a little dab of Loctite, and the shorter screws go into the top raised section, and the longer screws go into the lower recessed section. Save a bit of time, just going to wind them in with the Ugga Dugger and then go around with a hand wrench and make sure they're all tight. Next, we need some new tyres. Now, the stock tyres are actually glued onto the rims, and it's going to be a nightmare getting them off, so you're better off just buying some new ones. So I'm going to put a link down below where you can get some brand new tyres from. And there's also going to be a link down below where you can get these wheels from and all these other goodies, and also we can get the truck from. So next, we just want to wipe off all that excess thread lock. And this is the easiest way that I've found to do it. If you know an easier way, give me a note in the comments down below. Get the small part of the wheel and put that into the big part of the tyre, and then get that foam. Oh, don't put your finger through it like I just did. But then get the foam and just slowly work it around that rim on the inside there. Then we can go ahead and get that rim here and insert it into the actual beadlock section of the wheel. You want to keep working that round until you got it almost flush. Then we can get the outer beadlock ring, put it on top, get a couple of screws in there just to centre it. Don't forget the Loctite. Then once we've got four in there, we can slowly do them up just until we got the beadlock ring seated. Then go ahead and wipe off all the mess. And next, we've got the most difficult part. We need to get this part of the rim over into that beadlock here. So I don't know if this is the proper way of doing it, but this is the way that I found it works. So if you get a screwdriver, and just get that on that bead there, and just try and hook that first part over. And you've got to be careful you don't stab your tyre. You're probably going to scratch the inside of the rim slightly, but it doesn't really matter because it's all on the inside. Get a wrench in there like that just to hold it. Just flick that bead over. Get another wrench in there just to hold it. Once you go past halfway, then you can take all of these out and it's going to get a bit easier. That's the most difficult piece out of the way, and now all we've got to do is get the tyre and seat it into the beadlock section of the rim. Get it down as flush as you can, then get the inner beadlock ring, line it up as good as you can. Don't forget your Loctite, and then don't stab yourself in the finger like I just did. Boom! And there you have it, one perfectly mounted tyre and a butchered finger. So next, let's get the wheels off of it to make it easier to work on, get this centre transmission fitted, and then we can go take it for a rip. Oh guys, check out the quality of this machining. So next, we've got to remove this centre section here. I'm not fully sure how. I'm guessing just take out a few screws and then it will come apart. Guys, I have no idea what screws we're supposed to take out to remove it. Oh guys, check out the quality of this machining. So I'm going to put in there the thickest fluid that I can find because I want the centre diff to be as locked up as possible. I may well in future put some silicone earplug in there. Beautiful. So when you're doing stuff up with electric power tools, you always want to do it up most of the way, but then do the last little bit by hand, because otherwise you run the risk of stripping out screws. And by the way, guys, if you want to know where we can get these tools from that I'm using in this video, there's a link to all of that down below. Oh my god, guys. How sick does that look? Check it out! So we've got a lot of weight now down low. The transmission housing fitted in there absolutely perfectly. Look at that. We've got the trill axle housings. We've got ludicrous servos. 4-wheel steering. Man, I can't wait to try it out. So I've got 2 more differentials here to fit, but I'm not going to put those in yet. I'm going to wait until I've got to strip it down for whatever reason and then fit them. 4-link bar wise, we've got these ones here. They've got holes on there, so you could mount like shocks on there if you wanted like crazy amounts of travel. And I've also got some of these ones here to replace the stock arms, 70-75 aluminium, but I want to kind of keep a weak link. I'm kind of thinking if I make everything out of 70-75 aluminium, when you crash or have a bad landing and there's no weak link anywhere, I'm kind of scared I'm going to bend something. So I kind of like the idea of keeping these plastic links here, because then when we crash it, we pop off a link, break that, and it's a quick and easy and cheap repair. But I'm going to keep hold of them anyway, and I probably will try them out at some point in the future. All right, let's take it out for a rip! Nailed it! Oh! Oh no, I broke it! Oh, what happened? Oh, there we go, broken 4-link bar. But this thing already had a crack in it earlier on, and that little jump there must have just finished it off. But anyway, a super easy fix. I got a spare one there. When you're going out bashing, you can carry a couple of these with you. Boom! And there we go. Back in action. If you want to know, we can get the